Welcome friends again to my program Beyond the Headlines. Today I will take up the point which is most talked about point these days since last few days and month, and that is the agricultural law. Though I will put forward few different topic because already different people have enlightened us with their explanations, which is quite relevant, and already much has been discussed. But what I am now going to put forward is a bit different point, food for thought. So, that way I will be a bit different from the topic, from the discussions which have been made earlier in different by different people. In my last discussion I have said कि BJP government whatever they are doing right now is as per their manifesto. It is not outside or something which have come all of a sudden. Whatever they are now doing is as per their plan, which they were vocal about during their 2014 campaign, in 2019 campaign. They were vocal and they were now doing. Interestingly, even the other governments, other political parties were also vocal about the same thing. Certain thing they are vocal about, and one of them is this agricultural reform. Every political party during their political campaign, since quite some time, since long back, every political leader, every political party has sometime or then has come up with a suggestion or some demands that this agricultural sector, the agriculture sector must have some reform so that the farmers are benefited. Every political party, be it regional party, be it national party, have said that the middleman is actually killing the farmers. The middleman is killing the farmers. So, this middleman, so the government must bring some law, some act that will abolish the middleman system. Many people. Before I say how I put, let me quote some, let me talk about some leaders. First I will talk about Mr. Sharad Pawar. Now Sharad Pawar in 2010-11 was very much vocal about the farmers' reform. He was very much vocal. In 2010, he has written to the Delhi Chief Minister, late Sheila Dikshit, that the corporate sector, the private sector must be allowed to help farmers. You know, he said, it is written there. Even in 2010-11, he has also written a letter to Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, that agricultural reform is must for the development of this country, for the development of farmers. It is must. He was very much vocal, he was advocating. What was he advocating for? He was actually advocating for some reform, which means that he want the middleman to be out of the system. They said this APMC Act must be reformed. The system of this act is such that the middlemen are actually powerful. They are not, government is purchasing a percentage of the total produce. MSP is what the government is purchasing, but after government purchasing is over, most of the time the farmers have to sell their product to some big businessman, local businessman, who are actually manipulating the price. Now at that time only these people, these big leaders said that corporate, if a organized corporate sector comes in, they will give good price to the farmer and the farmer will be happy. Simple words, happy, they will have their good price and their life will be upgraded. Later on, now the Congress is also saying that this act is not good enough. Look, government, BJP government in their letter on 25th, 24th and earlier to the farmer, that they have said in written that MSP will not be a big concern, because in this law MSP will not have any effect. MSP will remain as it was. They are more focused on APMC Act. They are most focused on making the middleman go away from the system, weakening the middleman, so that open up the market from one part of the country, one person, one farmer, if he has that capacity, he can go to another part of the country and sell their product at higher rate. A farmer of Assam even don't get forget MSP, they don't even get the 50% of their product sometime. Due to the lack of market, they cannot go outside, because the people will come and purchase the wheat or the food grain from them at a price which they have fixed. So they are poor, they continue to be in a poor state. They have stopped cultivation of wheat and rice because they don't get good price. They are actually doing other crops. In Bengal, they produce certain crop which they don't get the better price. They cannot go outside. People will come and there are some middlemen and they will purchase and they will go and sell in different state. Except in 2-3 states, MSP is not at all working. So MSP is a factor, but in most of the time MSP is not even in practice. Forget MSP, if farmers are given the chance, the state from Bengal, Bihar, maybe in Assam, they will sell their product out some other state and get better price. Whatever they are getting now, they will get more than that. they will also have some competition. They will also give some competition. So, where I was, even in 2012, UPA government, then the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has requested, has directed to every state to make some reform in agricultural law, in APMC Act. Then why Mr. Manmohan Singh has said this? Because even he thought, even he agreed that the middlemen are actually killing these farmers. Now take the example of Punjab. Punjab is now actually in the forefront of all the protest. Of this protest, Punjab is there in the forefront. But interestingly, Punjab has a Contract Farming Act 2013. The act is called the Punjab Act, Act number 30 of 2013. Act is, I will read it. Act is to provide for improved marketing of agricultural produce through contract farming and to regulate the development of efficient contract farming system by putting in place effective infrastructure for contract farming and lay down procedures and system and matters connected therewith and incidental thereto. What does it mean? It is there in APMC Act, means the reform, agricultural law, contract farming. In this particular thing, already Punjab has all these acts since 2013, and for whole other countries, other state government is making this act. It is there. This particular law, this particular point is now being actually a point of talking. They are saying that with this contract law, the corporate world will come and take all my crop, all my land after that. Tell me one thing, my land, if I do not sell, how can someone come and snatch it out? My produce, if I am happy with the price, then only I will sell. Now what they are selling is may not, whatever now the farmer are selling may not match their requirement. Their price is like the middleman or the the strong businessman, local businessmen are actually, rather syndicate I will term, is actually planning the price and then putting it in the farmer's head that this is the price we will purchase for your wheat or your rice crop or whatever, give it or you keep it. Keeping is not an option, because as I have earlier said, we have a problem of storage, huge problem. Farmer cannot, this poor farmer cannot even hold their product for 1 month. They don't have the space. They have to sell it at whatever price they get. They have to get rid of that price. Otherwise everything will be a loss. So now government is saying that if you do not get a good price in your market, you have the authority, you have the power, you have the right to go to another market. If you are not selling a particular product in Assam, go to Bengal, go to Bihar, go to Orissa, go to Jharkhand, go to Punjab and sell if you get better price. Where is the phone? And if a contract, if a corporate sector, if the corporate sector comes into your place and give a better price, they come from say Punjab. In Punjab, they are purchasing certain crop at certain price, and they found that in Assam, even if they give 70% of that price, the farmer is happy in Assam. And even in Assam, probably they are getting 50% of the price what they are getting in Punjab. So that both way everyone is happy. That particular corporate person will come from Punjab, who are actually spending 100 rupees purchasing the Punjab crop. Now they will come to Assam, they will purchase at the 70 rupees, and for the 70, and the farmer in Assam, they are happy because they were actually getting 60 to 62 rupees. This is an example, okay, whatever I am saying just for the sake of. So in any way he is getting something more, and that corporate person who came from Punjab will spend some less, and they will take back the crop to their place. Everyone is happy. So there will be competition across the nation. There will be one market, one nation, one market. Everyone can go anywhere in this world, in this country. Where is the problem? Even in Punjab, this act is there since 2013, and now they are only fighting for this act. Why central government has brought in this act? Punjab already it had in 2013. See the hypocrisy. Problem is with the middleman, my dear friends. Problem is with there is no problem with this law. Problem is with the middleman. MSP, it is okay. This contract farming, it is okay. Problem is with APMC Act, where the middlemans are there. The procurement system. The middlemen are also farmers. They have their land where they do farming very less, they have their cultivation very less, they have money in their hand. So they purchase different produce, different farmers produce, and then they actually command the price. They take all the produce from all different farmers of that particular village of area or that area, and there are few. Out of 100, there are 3 or 4 people who are actually purchasing all the grains, and then they are actually going to the market and mandis and selling this product at their price. And if the farmer come directly to the mandi, they won't get a perfect price. They won't get. There is a regulation, syndicate is going on. So government is now thinking of killing that syndicate, which is actually being talked by all the parties, all regional parties, national parties, regional leaders, national leaders, everybody talked about since last 12 years. The problem is with the middleman. The earning of that middleman will go away. And if all this system get stabilized, fall into a systematic pattern, then within 2-3 years you will see that due to this law, farmers are being benefited. Even the political parties understand this. Otherwise, they wouldn't have said the same thing when they were in power कि हमें पूरा मेजॉरिटी दे दो, we will make this law. Nobody has given. BJP got it, majority. Now BJP is doing. I don't know whether if Congress would have got the majority, whether they would have done it or not. If third coalition government would have been there, they would have done it or not. Even in the first part of NDA, BJP government, they have not done it. Now they have implemented this. So it is not bad, but I am not against the protest going on. But we have to understand if out of 10 things, 8 is good, 2 are bad, we can discuss and we can deduct that 2. We can done away with that 2 point. But it does not mean that for this 2 bad thing, we have to go away with all the system. No, it is not the system in even in our life. So what I am putting forward is a thought, food for your thought. Please give a thought whether this act is good or bad is your choice. What I have put forward is some points. As I have said earlier, good or bad is a relative term. Good for me may not be good for you. Good for you may not be good for me. So this is just a point I am putting forward. If you have liked it, please do share so that I also get some message from you. Do comment so that I also learn something, and in the next discussion I will put forward that. Our news portal is nnw.in. We have our Facebook page, we have our YouTube channel. We believe in good news, we believe in free news, we believe in news which actually have some impact on you. And in nnw.in, any news warriors, this is an online news magazine where we write, we showcase those national, international news which are relevant to us, relevant for us, which actually have some impact on us. So do support us, do share the video if you like, put your comment, and till then, till I come back again with some new topic, till then, thank you very much. Stay healthy, stay safe. Goodbye and good night.